99.1, 99.5 Kaieteur every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, 7:20 p.m. and a rebroadcast of the next day at 11 a.m. just in case you missed that program.
This is the news on top of the hour.
Live from our studio in Georgetown.
Kaieteur Radio, 99.1 FM.
Good evening and welcome to this evening's newscast on Kaieteur Radio. I am Kevin Smith. Let's get to the news in detail. After noting the advice of Trinidadian energy strategist Anthony Paul, Vice President Dr. Barrett Jagdeo is now a firm believer that Guyana should measure local content by value and not volume. Mr. Paul had said that one must think of local content as something that can be measured. Based on Paul's advice, Dr. Jagdeo said the government will enforce the principle of measuring what oil companies are doing and not to leave it just at their word. And now let's tell you, Exxon, the operator with majority stake in the Stabroek block, is forging ahead with its drive to install its own fiber optic cable to support Guyana offshore and onshore operations. As such, the company is currently looking to identify companies that can provide small boat and fishing liaison services locally to complement its offshore installation of a subsea fiber cable that should be in the nearshore environment. The company had announced the initiative some years ago, with Exxon's local subsidiary, ESSO, in 2019, commencing activities for support services that will help in acquiring a permit for the network. And now let's tell you, sugar workers are of the view that Gaisuco has demonstrated to them and GAU scant respect over stalled wages talks, leading to the industry being met with more protest action today. This obtained when workers of the Albion and Blaymont estates downed tools to take part in the industrial action to show their dismay regarding the attitude of Gaisuco top brass as it relates to protracted wage and salary discussions that date back to 2019. According to GAU, the estate's workers were peeved that the Sugar Corporation has remained mum on the matter and have expressed the belief that the company is not treating the issue with the seriousness required. And now let's tell you, GPL have failed to maintain its transmission lines over the past 4 years, a situation that has to be remedied immediately, according to the head of state, President Irfan Ali. He was at the time addressing a simple ceremony at the office of the president to swear in a fourth commissioner on the Public Utilities Commission, Dr. Nanda Kishore Gopal. The President outlined the various functions of the PUC, which is empowered by the Public Utilities Commission Act, pointed out that the entity is also required to ensure that every public utility maintains its property and equipment in such condition that enables service that is adequate, efficient, and non-discriminatory, affordable, and safe. In other news, a 15-year-old girl yesterday saved her 17-year-old sister from being butchered to death. Her sister was attacked by her 22-year-old boyfriend around 11 hours 45. The two girls were reportedly traveling in a boat from Hubu Koker to their home located at Fourth Island in the Essequibo River. According to a police report, they were halfway through their journey when the boyfriend pulled up beside them in his boat. The man armed with a cutlass jumped over into their boat and began chopping the elder sister to her head and hand. Fourth Island Coast Guard later found the man hanging from a tree at Morashi, Essequibo River, located opposite Fourth Island. And now let's tell you, prominent business tycoon Harry Matai, owner of Enenas Matais and Company, was on Saturday night stabbed to his lower back while trying to fend off two armed bandits who attempted to rob him of his belongings at his Bel Air Park residence in Georgetown. According to police deputy PRO Stan Gavaya, Matai, his wife and daughter arrived home to their property at around 22 hours 11 in his motor car. He then exited his vehicle, leaving his wife and daughter in the car, and as he proceeded to open a gate, he saw the two men approaching him from the western direction on two bicycles. Investigation continues as police hunts for the two men. Get the full details in today's Kaieteur News. And moving on, after noting several media reports that the Eliza Destiny's gas compressor has malfunctioned for a fourth time, along with queries about the safety of operations offshore Guyana, Leader of the Opposition Joseph Harmon requested an urgent meeting with ExxonMobil Guyana President Alistair Rutledge and his executive. Harmon informed the media that he took this course of action as he shared a letter that was dispatched to Rutledge recently.
And that's the news of the moment. Remember to get the full details of these stories, pick up a copy of the Kaieteur News. And don't forget, you can catch us on the MyTuner app as well.